Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I made this puff stitch messy bun hat. So if you want to see how I made this, please stay tuned and we'll get right to it. Okay, so for this tutorial I will be using Bernat Premium, and this is a 4-ply medium weight yarn. And I'll also be using my 5mm crochet hook. Alright, so to begin, I already made a chain of 60 stitches. This will be worked in multiples of 4. So if you make a chain of 60 and it's too small, you can take off 4, or if it's too big, you can add 4. Okay, so here's my 60 chains. I'm just gonna straighten this out so I don't get any twists in this chain, because I'm going to be working in a circle. I just want to lay it flat and put one end on top of the other, like so. And then I'm going to pick up my loop and go through the last, or the first chain space on the other side, just to connect both, if I can go through it. This first stitch was a bit tight. Okay, so just to connect them with a slip stitch. Okay, now to begin row 1, I'm going to start with a chain of 2, and then I'm going to do, in each stitch I'm going to do 1 half double crochet all the way around. Because first we're going to start with the band of the hat, and then we'll get into the pattern. Okay, so just go ahead and do 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and then I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I've finished doing all my my half double crochets in each stitch all the way around. I'm just going to slip stitch to join in this beginning chain 2. Okay, and now I'm going to chain 2 to begin the second round. Okay, so for this round I'm going to be doing 1 front post double crochet, then a back post in each stitch all the way around to make the pattern for the band of the hat. Okay, so I'll begin with a chain 2, and then the very next stitch after the chain 2 space right here, I'm going to do a front post double crochet around that stitch. So I'm sticking my needle under that stitch, wrapping the yarn, hooking it, pulling through and pull up, and complete 1 half double crochet. And then for the other one, I'm entering from the back, putting my needle around that stitch, hooking the thread, pulling through and pulling up, and completing 1 half double crochet. And I'll do that for all the stitches in this round. So 1 front post, 1 back post, half double crochet. Okay, and this will be the pattern for the band, and I'm going to do that for a total of 4 rows. I think that should be wide enough. So just like that, alternating, 1 in the front post, 1 back post. You can do this in a double crochet if you like, but I think I want to stick with a half double crochet for this. Totally up to you if you want to do it in a double crochet. Okay, so go ahead, keep going, finish this round, and complete 2 more rounds to finish your band. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I've finished my 4 rows for my band, and now I'm just going to slip stitch into the beginning 2 double crochets, 2 chain 2 space right there to complete this round. Okay, now you're going to pull up the thread on the needle like so. We're not going to start with a chain, we're just going to go into the puff stitch. So you pull up your yarn on the needle, then you wrap your yarn and go through once, pull up, wrap the yarn again, go through second time and pull up, go through again a third time, pull through and pull up, and wrap the yarn and go through the same chain space where we slip stitch four times. Okay, my last one, I'll have to do that last one again. So that's 3 on my 3 times gone through, wrap again and go through for the 4th and pull through and pull up. Okay, now you're going to hook the yarn and pull through all the loops on the hook and do 1 chain. Okay, and let me show you that again. That would be your first puff stitch. Now you're going to work another puff stitch in that same space right there above the in that chain 2 space. So wrap the yarn, go through once, wrap the yarn around the hook, go through twice, wrap the yarn around the hook, go through 3 times, wrap the yarn, go through that stitch again for the 4th time, pull up, hook the yarn and pull through all the loops on the hook, and then do 1 chain. And that completes our first puff stitch V-puff. We're still calling it that. That completes our first V-puff in that round. Okay, so for the next one, we're gonna skip 1, skip 2, skip 3 stitches and do the next one into the 4th stitch. So wrap your yarn around your hook like so, enter the top of that 4th stitch. Okay, let me do that again. Wrap the yarn around the hook like so. 1, 2, 3, 4th stitch. Enter the top of the 4th stitch. Pull through and pull up. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. Hook the yarn and pull through all the loops. 1 chain stitch and another puff stitch into that space. So that's once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times. Hook the yarn and pull through. Chain 1. That's our second puff stitch. Okay, so again we're gonna skip the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna skip the next 3 stitches and work our next puff into the top of that 4th stitch. Okay. Holy, so tight. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 and work your second puff into that same space. Okay, and you will continue this all the way around until you finish this round. So go ahead and do that and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Alright, so I'm almost finished this round. I did my last puff V right there, and I have 1 stitch before I get to the next one. So what I'm going to do is skip that stitch and just slip stitch into the edge of this first puff V. Okay, and now I'm going to slip stitch again to the center of those 2 puff V's from the beginning. Okay, and right where I slip stitch, I'm just going to pull up and go ahead and make my first half of the next puff stitch for the next round. So that's 2, 3, and 4. chain 1, and work my other puff into that same space. 3 and 4, chain 1. Okay, and that is how you will begin each round. So you will end in the edge right here, then slip stitch to the center, and then you work your 2 puffs into that space. Okay, so that will be the pattern moving forward. Okay, so the next stitch after this will be another puff, and that will be worked, you guessed it, into the center of the previous puff V stitch. Okay, so just like so, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and another one, 1, 2, 3, and 4, hook, pull through, chain 1, and move to the next one. Okay, so go ahead and do that all the way around, and for the next however many rows it takes for you to get the desired length or depth of your hat or messy bun hat. Okay, I have to do that over. But anyways, just keep going until you have your desired amount of rows, and then I'll show you how to finish this project. Okay, see you when I'm done. Okay, so far I have done 9 rows of this of the puffs. If you were making a hat, you'd probably need about, let's say, about 12 to 15 rows of the puffs for a slouchy hat or a beanie hat. But let me just join this right here, and then I'll slip stitch to the middle. Okay, so now for this round, we're just going to be doing 1 puff in the center of each cluster, or of each V puff all the way around. That's 3 and 4, chain 1, and then you move over to the next one and do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's just 1 puff in each all the way around. So go ahead and complete that, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I've finished this round, and I'm just going to slip stitch in the top where this chain 1 is to connect both rounds. Okay, so this is what you should have so far. Okay, this is still a bit big, so for the next round we're going to do a chain 1, and then you're going to do 1 half double crochet in each space. So a half double crochet right there between the 2 puffs, and you're going to do that between each puff all the way around to complete this round. Just 1 half double crochet between each puff, and this is going to pull the work tighter. We'll pull this opening a bit tighter. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here I am coming up to the last stitch. I'm just going to do a half double crochet into that last space, and then I'll join in the top of the chain 2 to finish this round. Okay, now I'm going to chain 1, chain 1, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in that same space, and I'll do a single crochet in each space all the way around to finish off this project, just to give this a little bit of a neater finish. Oops, I messed up right there. Okay, just one single crochet in each of the spaces all the way around. And then I'll slip stitch right here in my first stitch. And here you have your bun, your messy bun beanie. If you want your opening bigger, depending on how big your bun is going to be, you can always do a half double crochet in each of the space rather than a single crochet to finish off this round. But I want mine to be a little bit tighter. So this is what my finished product looks like. And if you were making this into a hat, like I was saying before, you would go to about 12 or 15 rows of this of these puff stitches, and then you do your row of one puff into each all the way around, and then you'll do a row of half double crochet, then single crochet, and you could do 2 rows of single crochet, which would tighten this up some more. And then what you do is you take your needle, you put some thread on your tapestry needle or your yarn needle and go through and then pull it tight, and it would close up the top like so, or a bit better than this. But you get the idea. And that would close the top, and then you could add a pom-pom at the top. You could add a pom-pom in the center right here to cover the single crochet rows, and you would have your hat. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another one. Bye.